inadvertently from the monitor at home. I saw the moment when my boyfriend masturbated. It is not clear whether he is ready to start or has already ended. I was so frightened that I quickly turned off the monitor app. Then the image of his nakedness kept coming to my mind. We haven't had sex in 2 years. I don't know when. This sexless life has passed for almost 2 years. I was hesitating whether to confess to him that I had seen this or pretend not to know. I wondered if he had a need. Why don't you look for me? Why go to bed so late every day? So much so that we hardly go to bed at the same time. Sexual disharmony like ours. What went wrong? Here I can tell you all. 10 couples. There are 12 pairs that will encounter such a situation. Every couple may face such a problem. It's just that some people didn't say it or just don't realize it. This is not surprising. It can't be considered a sexual incongruity. I think this is a big misunderstanding of our perception of sexuality. We have always thought that being with someone, if he wants to have sex, he can only come to me. If you don't look for me, there's a problem. It could be unfair or something else. Why does he masturbate and not look for me? Is it because I'm not sexy or something else? It's all too easy to equate whether or not he wants me to have sex with love. This is completely wrong. I want to say it to all the girls. Don't think like that, because I used to think like that. This is because we are not educated. Boys and girls masturbate is a very natural thing. It's like looking for something to eat when you're hungry. It's just that no one in the past has taught us how to properly face this need, or by what means. We judge by what we know about men and women. If he thinks he has a desire, he can only come to me. Because of love, you will have sex with me. If you don't do it with me, you don't love me anymore. Of course not. If I were a man and wanted to satisfy my desires, except for masturbation, it is also possible to have sex with a girlfriend or partner. But to have love, you first have to get hard. And for the boys, trying to get hard is not something you can do all the time. They need to meet the current situation, and the brain is sexually stimulated. Some people may have ideas, but because the personality is susceptible to peripheral influences, or the thought of having a meeting tomorrow morning and something like that, there will be no desire and there will be no hardening. Men are not as easy to get up as we think. They just need to have something on their minds. There are distracting thoughts in the head, or there is stress. It's hard to get hard, and you can even get sick. Moreover, in the process of lovemaking, boys need to put in a lot of physical effort. Except for the case of schoolgirls in the above, boys basically rely on the core strength of their waist and hips to swim back and forth. This requires strength in the arms, chest, waist, and hips. For men who don't have the habit of exercising, are lazy to eat, lie on the couch all day without exercising, and always make excuses, it's an ordeal. So, sex is not as simple as we think. You see him masturbating, and that's a very normal thing, because it's everyone's privacy. I don't recommend that you let him know that you saw this. There is no standard operating procedure or the right way. Don't blame him. You just need to know that he was trying to satisfy his desires instead of not loving you. Over time, it's normal for two people to have sex less often. Everyone will encounter it. I don't think it's sad. It's bound to happen. So, we have to keep improving. Keep it fresh between two people. That's all that matters. Your lives are not incongruous just because you think he's not looking for you, and the reason why your schedules are different. I guess he slept late every day. It may be that you want to masturbate while you are asleep, or maybe he was supposed to be a late sleeper. Sometimes, it doesn't have to be through sex to show affection, because not necessarily both people like to have sex. It doesn't have to be that two people are around each other when they want to have sex, or you want to masturbate when you want to have sex. As long as you want to be tired of being together all the time, it doesn't have to be sex to prove that the relationship is okay, because some people have sex every day, but there may be no affection between them. So what's the point? Isn't that a canon friend? So a lot of definitions don't be measured by behavior. It's really important to feel each other with your heart. We should understand sex is only one part of a relationship, and not all. Everyone's needs and desires for sex are different, and these needs and desires also change with time and life experiences. When we find that there is a problem with our sex life, there should be no rush to blame each other or doubt each other's feelings. Instead, you should try to communicate, understand the other person's thoughts and feelings. Maybe your boyfriend has been under a lot of pressure at work lately, or something else distracting him, causing him to be less interested in sex, or maybe he feels that your relationship has reached a relatively stable stage. There is no need to prove love for each other through frequent sex. These are all possible causes, but only through open and honest communication you can really understand his thoughts. At the same time, you can also try to be proactive, create some romantic vibes, let him feel your care and love. Sometimes, a small gesture or warm word may reignite his passion. Furthermore, we should also learn to respect each other's privacy and personal space. The moment he was seen masturbating while leaving you confused and uneasy, but it was also his personal act. He has the right to meet his own needs. If you choose to pretend you don't know, maybe it will make your relationship more harmonious. Of course, it is also very important to maintain your independence and self-confidence. Don't doubt your attractiveness or worth because of sex problems. You are an individual. It has its own merits and charms. Try to develop your own hobbies, improve your abilities, make yourself better and more confident in the relationship. Mutual understanding, support, and respect are essential. Don't take the issue of sex too seriously. It's about looking at your relationship from a broader perspective. Cherish the time you spend with each other. Experience the joys and sorrows of life together. This is the true meaning of feelings. Other than that, we can also try to enhance our relationship with each other in other ways. For example, traveling together, trying new things together, sharing each other's dreams and goals, etc. Through these experiences, you can get to know each other better, enhance trust and understanding between each other. At the same time, you should also pay attention to your emotions and mindset. Don't let problems with sex get in the way of your mood and life. Maintain a positive and optimistic attitude. I believe that you can solve this problem together. In a word, sexual disharmony does not necessarily mean that there is a problem in the relationship. We should face it with a more rational and mature attitude. Through communication, understanding, and respect, try to find a solution to your problem. Make each other's feelings more beautiful and happy. I hope you can let go of the doubts in your heart. Have a great time with your boyfriend.